Welcome to Finance Forum, the podcast that helps Canadians protect their homes, money, and peace of mind in an increasingly risky housing market. Today's episode is not just shocking, it's terrifying. We're talking about title fraud, a scam where someone can literally steal your house on paper and you might not know until it's too late. This isn't a movie plot. This is happening to real homeowners in Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta, and it's growing fast. We'll cover what title fraud is and how it works, a real story from Toronto that made headlines, why Ontario is especially vulnerable, red flags and how to protect your property, what to do if it happens to you. Let's start with the basics. Segment 1. What is title fraud? Title fraud happens when someone fraudulently changes the ownership of a property without the real owner's knowledge and then sells or remortgages the property, stealing the equity. There are two main types. 1. Mortgage fraud. The scammer impersonates the homeowner, applies for a large mortgage using the property as collateral, and disappears with the funds. 2. Sale fraud. The scammer sells the home to an unsuspecting buyer using forged documents, and the real homeowner has no idea it happened until the new buyer tries to take possession. How is this even possible? They use stolen IDs, forged utility bills, falsified power of attorney documents, access to digital land registry systems, and it's more common than you'd think. Segment 2. Real case, Toronto couple returns from vacation to find home sold. In early 2023, a Toronto couple returned from a 3-week vacation overseas to a nightmare. A stranger was living in their home. Unbeknownst to them, fraudsters had impersonated them, hired a real estate agent, listed their home, and sold it for $1.2 million while they were away. The new buyers were already preparing to renovate. The criminals had used stolen driver's licenses, forged signatures, and forged a power of attorney to authorize the sale. Police were eventually involved, but the rightful owners spent months in court, and while the title was eventually restored, the stress and legal costs were overwhelming. Even worse, this wasn't an isolated incident. Multiple Ontario cases emerged in 2022 and 2023. Segment 3. Why Ontario and BC are high-risk zones. Ontario and British Columbia have two things in common: hot real estate markets, digitized land title systems. That second point is key. In Ontario, the TerraNet electronic registration system makes it efficient for real estate lawyers to handle transactions online. But that also means fraudsters who gain access or trick professionals can exploit it. Vacant homes, rental properties, or homes owned by elderly people are high-risk targets. If your property is fully paid off, is not regularly occupied, has public data available, like tax or utility info, you could be a target. Segment 4. Red flags and how the scam unfolds. Here's how title fraud usually unfolds. 1. Recon. Scammer identifies a target property, vacant, rented, or owned by someone away. 2. ID theft. They steal or forge ID, utility bills, or bank statements. 3. Hire an agent. They impersonate the owner and list the house. 4th, lawyer involvement. They use a complicit or fooled real estate lawyer to close. 5. Sell or mortgage. They either sell the home or take out a mortgage. 6. Disappear. They vanish, leaving the real homeowner to clean up the mess. Red flags. You stop receiving property tax or utility notices. Your address is changed at City Hall or CRA. You get legal mail you don't recognize. You receive a mortgage statement for a loan you never took. By the time you notice, the damage may already be done. Segment 5. What title insurance covers. Title insurance is your first line of defense. It's a one-time purchase made at closing, often under $1,000, that protects against fraudulent title transfers, unpaid liens, errors in surveys or registry records, forgery, and impersonation. If your home is fraudulently sold or mortgaged, title insurance can cover legal costs to restore your ownership or remove the illegal mortgage. If you don't have title insurance, recovery is much harder. Some title insurance companies in Canada include FCT, First Canadian Title, Stewart Title, Chicago Title, Title P, LUS, Law Society of Ontario. Call your real estate lawyer and ask if you're covered. If not, you can still buy it. Segment 6. How to protect yourself. Practical steps every Canadian homeowner should take. 1. Buy title insurance. If you own a home, confirm your policy or get one ASAP. 2. Monitor the land registry. In Ontario, use the ONLAND system to search your title history. 3. Check mail carefully. Sudden missing property tax or CRA mail, investigate. 4. Use a secure mailbox. Prevent stolen documents. 5. Freeze your credit. Makes identity theft harder. 6. Notify Service Ontario or the Provincial Land Registry. Time matters. The faster you act, the more likely you can stop funds from being dispersed or protect your equity. Your home is your castle, but in today's digital world, someone could try to steal it without ever stepping inside. Title fraud is real. It's happening here in Canada, and prevention is the best protection. Thanks for joining us on Finance Forum. Share this episode with homeowners, especially those who travel or own rental property. It could save them their house. Next episode, we'll explore rental scams targeting newcomers and students, and how some landlords, or people pretending to be landlords, are exploiting our housing crisis for profit. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay informed.